Here with Hunter Ensley. Hunter, you're national champions. How does that feel?
Not really believable right now. Might take me a few sleeps and a long, nice beach trip down in Florida to finally let it kick in. But yeah, I mean, this group had the potential when I first saw them in the fall. I've been around a lot of big-time groups. This group was different. You know, a lot of love for each other, very talented team that loved to work hard. And, you know, there was just something different about this team. And you knew it coming into the spring that we had the talent to do it, and really glad we were able to pull it off, you know, for the hundreds of teams that have come before us that laid the foundation for this place.
I got to see what you got in your left hand there. What do you got?
I got a Billy Barrows newspaper. We joked around with him a little.
Can we see it real quick? Show it up at the camera?
We know it would be Billy.
That's awesome. You know, you've had so many great moments in this College World Series finals and, you know, College World Series in general, but we got to talk about that dodge you had at the plate. How the heck did you pull that off?
A lot of luck, I guess. That's something you don't really practice, but yeah, I probably assumed KT hit that one good enough to get out of the ballpark. So when I saw that stay in, I had a little oh shit moment where I needed to get going. Dean was telling me I needed to slide on the outside. He was dead wrong on that. That guy, the throw pulled him to the outside, so I needed to make a move back to the inside, and luckily the guy didn't tag me right there.
You're a Tennessee kid. You just won a national championship with the University of Tennessee. What does that mean to you?
The world, you know, it gets you a little bit emotional sometimes. You know, my whole childhood growing up is, you know, getting around with some of my best friends, you know, back home in Huntington and watching the Tennessee Volunteers play football. And I came on a visit here my freshman year of high school, and I knew that I wanted to play for the University of Tennessee, and I didn't know this was possible until Coach Vitello took over the job, and man, did he do a hell of a job. He's the best coach in the country, and man, I love that guy. He's done so much for me and my family.
You guys have gone through ups, downs, the pressure. How did you guys still manage to pull it off?
Tight group off the field. We put a lot of time in together off the field. You know, everybody to my left and right, you know, in the dugout, they would go to war for me. I'd go to war for them, and you know, there was never a moment where it was like we're out of this. It was always in our head. They beat it into our head, almost like we're delusional that we could never lose, and there's always a chance to win, and it's a really helpful thing.
Hunter, congratulations. You're national champ, man.
Thank you.
Yep.